Chair, distinguished guests, graduands, friends and families, it gives me enormous pleasure to formally open your graduation ceremony today. And what a wonderful, sunny Brighton day. It's so good to be back here in the Brighton Centre in person for our winter graduation ceremonies. This is a truly special occasion, and you, our graduands, are the focus. Graduands, today is very much your day. It's a day to celebrate your achievements and to reflect on an important phase of your personal journey that's coming to an end. And in doing so, to look ahead. This, we know, has been a really challenging journey. You've had to deal with the impact of a global pandemic, not just on your studies, but on your families, your friends, and on the university community. But you've come through it. You're here. You've made it. So, graduands, this is the time to look to the future. Graduation ceremonies are always the high point for the university community, bringing together, as they do, academic and professional colleagues with you and your families and friends to celebrate your success. You know how hard you've worked to get here, and you know how much we've challenged you in that process. So today marks the culmination of those efforts. As each of you crosses the stage, it marks the moment at which you become a graduate of the University of Brighton. And in doing so, I hope you feel as deeply proud of us as we do of every single one of you. Over these last 2 days of graduation ceremonies, we have celebrated graduates aged 21 to 77 from 99 countries across the globe. The university is proud of the diversity of nationalities and backgrounds that make up our community, and long may that continue. Now, graduates, whilst you are undoubtedly the stars of the show, there are some very important people here today. So on behalf of the entire university, I would like to thank your families and friends and supporters who have been there for you in so many ways while you have been with us. Also here on the stage, in the auditorium, behind the scenes, are some of the hugely talented and dedicated academic and professional services staff who have played such an important role in supporting you throughout your time with us. Now, as Vice-Chancellor, I have 2 things to ask of you during this ceremony, and now is one of them. Could I ask you all graduands, please, to stand, and you all need to leave your bags behind. So this is your opportunity, graduands, to thank your families and friends and supporters and the staff of the university who have done all they can to help you get to today. So I know there's a pent-up desire to say thank you in there, so let's hear it with a round of applause. Now, this is the School of Art and Media and the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I know there's way more celebratory noise in there. So, having had a warm-up, should we go for it this time? Okay, let's go for it. Thank you. Please sit. Graduates, today marks a very personal and significant milestone for each and every one of you. As you celebrate with your families and supporters, I also want you to reflect on the fact that none of us ever stops learning. I hope that you'll carry with you the experiences you've gained while you've been here and as you continue your career and your journey wherever it takes you, and that you continue to learn. Today marks the beginning, not an end. You will shape the future. You are the future. You'll do so as members of a university alumni community that provides you with a lifelong link with your fellow graduates and other graduates who've gone before you, with over 180 fellow alumni around the world. Now, this network provides advice and connections and a valuable community of support, and networks really matter. The alumni team are here today, so please call them or give them your contact details and be part of this network, and give them permission and an email address so we can stay in touch with you. And importantly, you can tell us about your journey. In years to come, I would hope that you, in the wonderful things you go on to do, would want to give back and connect with students who come after you. Now, in the time that you have studied with us, so much has changed in this world. The whole role and value of universities are currently being questioned and challenged like never before. Our response is clear. Just look at the world-changing impact of our research, as evidenced in the REF outcome, our overwhelmingly positive economic and social impact, and our crucial role in creating the innovators, the professionals, the leaders of the future. That's all of you. Graduates, all of you sitting here today are the best possible response to that challenge to university education. For as much as we are living in a world full of challenges and uncertainties, it remains a world full of opportunity and possibility. In such a world, the ability to combine knowledge with practice, together with the personal qualities of resilience, of adaptability, of creativity, are even more important. The university will continue to play its part by ensuring that our research, our knowledge exchange, our community engagement, our partnerships come together through our teaching to allow our students to develop the practical wisdom they need to thrive in this society. Graduates, yours is the future. Use what you have learned and make a positive difference and help those around you. Be kind. In doing so, I ask you to do 3 things. Keep learning. We never stop learning. Keep on believing in yourselves, because we passionately believe in you. And above all, stay curious. Allow curiosity to open doors to new knowledge and new opportunities. And finally, I want to thank you for making the University of Brighton your university. You have made a mark and contributed to who we are in the time that you've been with us. You have built memories and friendships that will last a lifetime. Carry those memories with you as you make your mark on the future. So from all of us at the University of Brighton, congratulations and thank you. So we're now about to start the presentation of awards. And there's a few simple instructions first. You will notice that we've seated you in a particular order, and that's very deliberate. And I know you're dynamic, creative, questioning graduates, but just for this one last time, could I just ask you to stay in the order that you're seated in? It can all become a bit of a logistic nightmare around the back when things get out of order. You'll also notice on the screen behind you, there's a large screen, and very soon that will be filled with you and not me. So that's a good thing. So you'll be able to capture your moment. As you cross the stage and we high five, fist pump. Somebody did rock, paper, scissors this morning. Failed badly at that one, me. This is your moment. So please treasure it. As you exit off the stage, then you'll also be able to collect your certificate. So as you'll see, graduands are now being ushered into place, and we should be ready to go. Now, I've got some very important instructions for friends and families. You are an incredibly important part of this ceremony. This is a joyous celebration of our graduands. So within public decency and the law, I would encourage you to express your joy for your graduand as they cross the stage. This is their moment. Thank you. I now invite Professor Stephen Madison, the Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to announce the awards for the school. Professor Madison.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you don't mind me saying you're looking absolutely gorgeous. And on behalf of all of my colleagues in the school, I would like to say you are the brightest minds of your generation, and it's been an absolute honour to help you to this incredible moment that you're celebrating today. So, School of Humanities and Social Science, degree of Master of Arts, Community Psychology, Judith Cork. Zoltan Yanisak. Emily Reed. Creative Writing, Jessie Gillespie. Dara Jagard. Evangelia Consula. Linda McVeigh. Congratulations. Also jointly awarded the Holly Raber Prize, Rebecca Oliver. Also jointly awarded the Holly Raber Prize, Julie Ray. Isabella Reeves. Kitty Wheeler. Cultural History, Memory and Identity. Cultural Memory, Lucy Daish. Renee Hogan. Cultural and Critical Theory, Aesthetics and Cultural Theory, Lorian Craggs Alfaroff. Adam Lee. Hannah Redman. Cultural and Critical Theory, Philosophy and Critical Theory, Lauren Keller. Curating Collections and Heritage, Lola May Baldock. Harriet Brown. Pareksha Kathari. Jennifer Mearns. Rachel Ing. Michelle Paxton. Shannon Thompson. Eleanor Thorne. Catherine Tollevay. Globalisation, Politics, Conflict and Human Rights, Jenny Goff. Salman Hassan. J.D. Matthews. Kate Parker. Lavinia Scarabotto. Thomas Watson. History of Design and Material Culture, Rowan Adamson. Sarah Carnall. Alice Clark. Maria Gablia. Sophie Maris Holger. Sally Jones. Joanna Coter. Olivia Moffat. Chelsea Mountney. Megan Sage. Ryan Tellus. Language in Context, Matthew Smith. Philosophy and Politics, Grace Cowden. Joe Hamilton. Holly Larson. War, History and Politics, Sarah Louise Newman. Elisha Patman. Degree of Master of Science, Professional Social Work Practice, Chloe Drain. Social Research Methods, Misa Akane. Social Work, Alice Kendall. Lauren Kleisick. Postgraduate Diploma, Approved Mental Health Practice, Caitlin Kovac. Martin Williams. Humanistic Psychotherapeutic Counselling, Maria Balaga Luesma. Sally Rogers. Mari Syrad Greaves. Psychodynamic Psychotherapeutic Counselling, Bruna Lima de Menendez Mendez. Social Work, Constance Given. Lisa Shepherd. Degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Applied Psychology and Criminology, Tia Bailey. Amy Dyer. Priyanka Jayakumar. Heather Ray. Keely Suarez da Silva. Jodie Taylor. Rebecca Thayer. Charisse Warren Tull. Criminology, James Collins. Kyra Dan Brown. Georgia Hazelgrave. Veronica Maslinska. Isabel Norman. Pia Patel. Frank Powell. Georgios Tarasis. Charlotte Woodhams. Criminology and Sociology, Irene Rezg Gobrail. Jade Tidy. Neve Walker. Critical History, Simon Hughes. Keita Sano. English language, Berenika Dabrowska. English language and creative writing, Maya Ramsey. English language and English literature, Zara Rakar. English language and linguistics, Summer Pitt Roche. English literature, Lydia Lines. English literature and creative writing, Poppy Curling. English literature and linguistics, Amy Hart. Imogen Mitchell-Smith. Globalization, History, Politics, Culture, Ronnie Nunn Hammond. Callum Swallow. History of Art and Design, Merida Quevedo Bermeo. History, Literature and Culture, Ella Brewster. Gemma Hart. Lucy LeJolliffe. Humanities, Hannah Harlow. Linguistics, Kate Hollis. Philosophy, Politics, Ethics, Amelia Alexander. Katie Blackburn. Tizzy Lafredo. Toby Peeling. Charlotte Reed. Social Science, Chloe Cafola. Sociology, Ariana Boyd Allen. Degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Applied Psychology, Holly Coelho. David Corbett. Neve Crowley. Eleanor Dinner. Andrea Lobley. Lana Mason. Julia Scoball. Social Work, Caitlin Ailey. Christine Bazibas. Eloise Bunce. Constanzia Chandler. Kay Harris. Natasha Healy. Sophie Jones. Christopher Lote. Anna Purnell. Danielle Ryder. Samantha Uller. Jasmine Wells Pryor. Zoe Wright. Diploma of Higher Education, Applied Psychology and Criminology, Georgina Pryor. Research degrees. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Listening to Urban Seaside Gentrification, Living with Displacement Injustices on the UK South Coast, Bethan Prosser. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Exploring the Role of Music Therapy in Enhancing the Lives of Children with Neuronal Ceroid Lipofuscinosis. I did practice that, I hope I got it right. Otherwise known as Batten disease. Rebecca Atkinson. In recognition of a programme of work entitled British Representations of the Armenian Genocide, 1915 to 1923, Peter Morgan. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Energy, Justice and Low Carbon Transitions, a governmentality analysis of the role of community energy in the UK, Lee John Luke Towers. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Models of Authentic Inner Voice as Social Critique in the Post-War Novel, Anna Travis. It gives me great pleasure to say that that concludes the presentations for the School of Humanities and Social Science. Congratulations, everyone. We now come to the presentation of our honorary graduate.
This is the highest and most distinct award that the university can award to somebody. It is done thoughtfully and carefully. So I'd now like to invite Dr. Lara Perry, Associate Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to present Anna Burns.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands and graduates, families and friends, it is my honor to introduce Anna Burns. When the university considers awarding honorary degrees, it seeks individuals who have not only pushed the boundaries of their field for the benefit of society, but who also reflect the values that are important to us at Brighton: creativity, sustainability, partnership, and inclusivity. Today, we seek to honor such an individual. The University of Brighton has, since 2013, been fortunate to be a partner in what we call the Big Read. For this, in partnership with the Booker Prize Foundation, a Booker Prize nominated novel is given free to all our first-year students in all disciplines to encourage and develop a community of readership in their early months with us. It is a chance for new students, fresh to the university, to share a reading experience. Through the scheme, the community learns to appreciate not only contemporary writing, but vital contemporary thoughts, attitudes, and innovations. We were fortunate indeed in 2019-20, when many of you here today joined us, to have Belfast novelist Anna Burns' third novel, Milkman, on this scheme, and to have had Anna's company in person for an evening of presentation and discussion shortly after Milkman won the prestigious Booker Prize in 2018. Rarely has a novel chimed so well with the students at the university. Milkman is set in Northern Ireland in the 1970s at the height of the Troubles. In the novel, an 18-year-old woman suffers a horrific stalking and harassment episode, adding to her own ongoing struggles to adjust to society and navigate her uncertain and disquieting relationships. The University of Brighton has a long-standing international reputation for its scholarship on Northern Ireland and the Troubles. It also has a successful and growing reputation in experimental creative writing and contemporary literature. When reading Anna Burns' novel, students warm to the book's narrator and protagonist, and, like that central character, may well have been found reading while walking, absorbed for the first part of their time here in Anna's marvelous experimental prose. It is a work of inventive narration, humor, and intense psychological and political exploration, themes and interests that many of you will have fostered with similar passion during your studies, and equally, if not more importantly, in your lives outside the university. At the university, we too are keen to examine political movements and the effects worldwide of what Anna has so carefully identified as totalitarian, closed society existing in oppressive conditions. We too choose to reflect deeply on the ways individuals take on challenges within troubled societies to create and recreate histories. We too seek to recognize both the humor and the seriousness that is evident in life and work towards this powerful expression of what we find. Anna's work is an exemplary and inspirational model of this, and we gain a new wealth of understanding as she reflects with personal memory, acute observation, and powerful empathy on a psychopolitical atmosphere with its rules of allegiance, of tribal identification. There was then no novelist more attuned to the pursuits, values, and interests of our staff and students in humanities and social sciences. As the writer at the center of our Big Read, Anna delighted a full crowd at our Salis Benny Theatre, giving readings and insights as to her working practice and the origin and import of Milkman, her third novel. Before Milkman, Anna had published No Bones, the story of a girl's life in a dysfunctional family, again set during the Troubles in Northern Ireland, and Little Constructions, a novel of dark and ironic humor. As well as the Booker Prize, her writing has won the Orwell Prize for Political Fiction and the International Dublin Literary Award. In 2021, she was elected as a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature. Anna writes compellingly about the life of a young adult, beginning to understand the world in new ways, taking responsibilities and recognizing what can be changed and what must coexist. For the majority of students here, this same stage in life is one that you have shared with friends and fellow students at Brighton. This is the place you studied to new and higher levels, where you learn to observe, to react, to express yourselves, and to argue your important points in better and better ways. In going through this phase of life and on to the next, you perhaps recognize in Anna's narrator the poignancy of a new awareness. In your own cases, it is one that we have been proud to build with you, and one that we hope has been rewarding rather than wholly terrifying. We can all respond, though, to what the narrator says in Milkman. The truth was dawning on me of how terrifying it was not to be numb, but to be aware, to have facts, retain facts, be adult. Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands and graduates, families and friends, in recognition of her major contribution to political literature and creative writing, it is my honor to present Anna Burns for the degree of Honorary Doctor of Arts at the University of Brighton. And I now have pleasure in asking Anna to address the audience.
Well, my old bangers are going here. Chair, Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, graduands, families and friends, hello. I thank Professor Humphrey and Dr. Lara Perry for those lovely words about me, and I thank Brighton University for honouring me with this award. It is a privilege for me to be here with you all today and to join in this celebration of achievement. And in my nervousness there, I said Professor Humphrey instead of Professor Humphreys. Sorry. I'd like to tell you that I didn't plan to be a writer when I was growing up. My interest in writing came about in my early 30s after I'd worked through some difficult issues in my life. After a long time of trying to resist change, eventually I gave up and resigned myself to the fact I had come to the end of an era and that the person I had been and how I'd lived my life up to that point was gone. It was only then, after I truly let go, that I became aware of a big freed up space inside me which hadn't been there before. To my surprise, words came in to fill it. I found myself writing suddenly with happiness and excitement. I filled notepad after notepad and I wrote whatever I wanted. And I didn't worry about what it was or whether or not I'd finish it or what, if anything, I might be able to do with it afterwards if I did. What I did know was that I was in the middle of something that was fun. Also, it was familiar. It reminded me of how I used to play as a child, with spontaneity and wholeheartedness, and with my imagination completely open to whatever was going to happen. Another thing I did when I started writing was to attend a series of creative writing classes. One of the first things I noticed at these classes was a sense of anxious hurry Will we meet our destination? How can we ensure we meet it? We won't meet it if we don't have an agent. We won't meet it if we don't have a publisher, if we don't write about certain subjects, if we do write about certain subjects, and so on. I'm someone who can become anxious and very prescriptive with myself about lots and lots of issues, but I knew instinctively that when it came to my writing, if I really, really wanted it, and if I wanted the process to continue to be enjoyable, that it had to be hands-off from all that burden of self-attack and destructive curtailment and worry about outcomes. I knew I had to feel and honour the authenticity and the rightness of what I was now doing, and to let my voice just happen on the page. Just let the writing stop, start, shift about, go all over the shop, and just follow it wherever it wanted to take me. I knew also that I had to give it time, and to give me time, regardless, absolutely regardless of any outside influence or opinion. Yet, I didn't want to leave the classes. And although everybody attending them, although not everybody attending them came out with how impossible it all was, even those who didn't want to leave either. It was clear the classes were important. Turning up and joining in mattered. In a way, this seemed to me the adult equivalent of playing in the street as a child rather than playing at home alone. Much as I loved playing on my own, there was something exuberant, even wondrous, about going outside to meet up with others who were going outside to meet up with me. Sometimes it would be a great wee street where I'd encounter kindred spirits and soul energizers, and where we'd all feel safe and trustful enough to be able to open up and nourish each other with our imaginations and explorations and with our honesty. Other times it was more of a scrappy, ungenerous street where good connections and reciprocity weren't able to form or couldn't hold together for long if they did. So it's a challenging and vulnerable venture, and I don't mean creative writing now. I mean taking the risk of bringing yourself and what matters to you out into the world. And this is a world containing a fair amount of contradiction, harmony, disharmony, all sorts of situations and people over which we have no control and are not meant to have control. I've heard people say you can be anything you want and you can do anything you want. But having been brought up very far from that belief, I honestly can't tell if it rings true or not. What I do know is that when you come up against setbacks, which are just part of the way things are, it's about attempts and repeated attempts, and it's about constant little adjustments. Sometimes it's about shifting trajectory completely. It's growing into your ability to encompass more because you become more. If I may, I'd like to offer some last words to you graduates and graduands setting off on your next adventures. No matter the busyness around you, give yourself time. Go within when you need to go within. Show yourself and share yourself, and let others share with you when your inner promptings tell you that's right. Be aware of your needs and your desires, even if you can't meet them or don't know how to meet them. Just knowing about them will give you clues about yourself and will help you keep on your true path, or will steer you towards where you're meant to be. So will daydreaming. So will your emotions, so will your bodies. Having fun is good because what causes you to relax and feel grateful and elevated is a sign of authenticity, and that will bring great energy to you. Don't use people. Pay attention to detail, and don't worry about changing your mind ever. At base, it's not really about what you do, it's the spirit behind what you do. These are some of the things I've learned from life, both when it's being ruthless with me and when it's being Father Christmas. I've also learned them from other people. I wish all of you many, many congratulations and the very best of everything. Chair, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, graduands, families and friends, I thank you again with all my heart for this wonderful award, and thank you very much too for listening to me. Cheers. Thank you.
Anna, thank you. It is an honour to receive the award, but it is a huge honour for us to have you as part of our community. So it's an absolute delight that you join our marvellous honorary doctors. We now move to the next stage of the ceremony with the presentation of awards for the School of Art and Media. Now, graduands will be moving round, and I'll now invite Professor Tamar Jeffers-MacDonald, the Dean of the School of Art and Media, to announce the awards for the school.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. I can vamp. School of Art and Media, degree of Master of Arts, Craft, Poppy Fuller Abbott. Ji-In Kim. Dorota Laurie. Sharka Navratilikova. Digital Media Arts, Michael Baker. Kareem F.A. Gulshen. Nadija Nikolova. Tamer Rafi. Digital Media, Culture and Society, Molly Gilrenan. Alice Hemsley. Amanda Lowe. Davy Mater. Lisa Wiesenhahn. Digital Music and Sound Arts, Joshua Bell. Alfie Warder. Fine Art, Jane Beecham. Jennifer Davis. Robert Higginson. Athena Nemeth. Anastasios Nifidopoulos. Clive Parsley. Valeria Savchits. Gaia Segatini. Ching Yu. Graphic design, Samara Alpar. Liam Buell. Isaac Cairns. Yasmin El Krouf. Shana Embury. Jigyasa Kapoor. Sean Klein. Andrea Korinova. Yi Chen Lu. Hyo Moon. Yashasvi Purari. Hao Chen Xing. Yu Li Jiang. Inclusive Arts Practice, Boo Hodges. Cassandra Jusserand. Journalism, Sam Cox. Alicia McDermott. Bethany Jo O'Neill. Laura Parkin. Madeline Pritchard. Elizabeth Vaughan. Photography, Timothy Orty. Matthew Bruce. Sophie DeRoe. Irene Del Pino. Martina Latrobe Bateman. Catherine Smith. Ryan Smith. Sophia Smith. Reba Sufyan. Paula Tollett. Michael Tudor. Timothy Wilcox. Sequential design illustration, Stephen Anderson. Matthew Casey. Rosanna Courtney. Yao Feng. Jean Qian. Maria Scard. Lada Shabunina. Kareem Tina. Sarah Zadeh. Jean Sin Shao. Sports journalism, Andrew Rhys-Davis. Joe Harbert. Robert Lomas. Owen Stewart. Textiles, Lorena Gonzalez. Celia Johnson. Tieni Liu. Danny Manning. Jessica Newton. Ksenia Semirova. Laura Whale. Degree of Master of Design, Textiles with Business Studies, Kristen Kennedy Smith. Degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Design for Digital Media, Amy Kellaway. Digital Music and Sound Arts, Thomas Knuckles. Film, Jessica Hamlet. Maisie Hesman. Chandler Thornber. Film and Screen Studies, Olivia Hewkin. Fine Art Printmaking, Katie Clode. Eleanor Michael. Illustration, Isabel Quill. Media, Industry and Innovation, Annie Janssen. Media Production, Alvin Alex Dudraj. Callum Woods. Music, Business and Media, Alexander Redding. Media Studies, Delphina Boonsell. Sport Journalism, Brandon Penny. "3D Design and Craft, Freya Broad. Diploma of Higher Education, Graphic Design, Charles Warburg. Media Studies, Stephanie Palmer. Brighton Film School, degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Film Production, Daniel Barker. Chukwu Emeka Dathamore. Caleb Epi. Ewan Metzger Phillips. Diploma of Higher Education, Film Production, Jay Spicer. Thank you. Degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Film Production, Jeremy Piñafel Pinto. School of Art and Media, degree of Master of Arts, Journalism, Amar Ashraf. School of Humanities and Social Science, degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Sarah Bridges. That concludes the presentation for this ceremony and the Winter 2023 ceremonies for the University of Brighton.
Thank you. I'd also like to note that this is the last graduation ceremony with the President of the Students' Union will be attending. Sophia, thank you. It's now my duty to draw the ceremony to a close. And as I do, I'd like to draw on the words of the late, great Professor Sir Stephen Hawking. Sir Stephen suggested that we remember to look up at the stars and not down at our feet, to try and make sense of what we see around and wonder what makes the universe exist, to be curious. And however difficult life becomes, there will always be something you can succeed at. You are University of Brighton graduates now. You have passion, you have energy, you have drive, you have curiosity, you have challenge. So I know that to be true. And wherever your life's journey takes you, keep in touch with us. Tell us about your journey. Inspire the next generation of students. One last suggestion is that you'd like to join us for a drink. thought that might be popular. So we'd like to invite you to a drink with your families and supporters to celebrate you in the Hewitson Hall behind the auditorium. You'll also be able to connect with the alumni team there and make sure we have your connections. So first, may I ask you to stand while the platform party leaves, and we will exit to the work of another great Brighton alumnus that I suspect you will recognise.